All right, next set of trade journal reviews, October 5th to 9th. Let's get it. Open this nice and wide. Wide. Get my tools out. Get ready for some writing here. All right. Get the red pen out. Teacher's gonna mark this paper. Cool. GJ, minute the 30 minutes. This is October 5th. Ooh, first trade was a loss. I can see that already. Looks like I took a buy right here a bit early because we didn't break those highs. Yeah, I can see that already. A bit early because we didn't break those highs. But it is a trade with the trend. A better trade would have been to wait to see if price pulled back here and then continued moving up. I know this now. But back then I definitely didn't know that. I think what I was doing was just basing it off price closing or rejecting this area of previous resistance here. So probably that it was a new support formed and that it was okay to take a buy right there. I guess that was a newbie mistake because price probably did pull back to test that bullish structure here. Took this trade based on the 15 minute. Was a good trade because it actually got to 10 pips profit. Would have been wise to close it since I was using my zero point 0.6 lot size due to my 10 pip stop loss. I ended up cutting my loss in half, which is good, but for this particular trade, 10 pips should have been my TP instead of 25. So I'm basically saying I should, since I was in the scalping mindset, should have secured the 10 pips and let the rest run. I could have easily secured a 0.05 at 10 pips, let the rest run, and then I'd break even, and then that would have been a nice profitable trade. Instead, I was a little bit greedy, being that I was in the scalper's mindset, and I ended up taking a loss. Again, like I said, it was half my stop loss, right? Half my stop loss, which is good. That's good. Yeah, because I'm lost in half. Yeah, should have secured at 10 pips instead of 25. Let's check it out on the chart. October 5th. This is a 30-minute chart here, so let me look for that structure. October 5th. Where's my chart? So, bam. Delete that. October 5th. 6 a.m. Right here. Right. Probably something like, you can see that nice little uptrend. Well, markets were trending up since that day. Saw that. There we go. It's right around here. So you can see we have this little area of resistance right here. And then I guess my thought process was, look at that. Would you look at that? I guess it was a good trade after all. Because look, if I delete this, look at that. If you draw, since we scalping, since we are scalping this, could have probably done a bullish structure like this, because that would have been a minor bullish structure. This here would have been the higher time frame bullish structure that we could have gotten pullbacks to. But let's go here. But yeah, you can see that right, yeah, this, after this rejection here is when I entered, and my stop was right below. My stop was below here, so entered like this. Put my stop really tight, didn't I? Because I entered at half the candle. Entered here. Entered here. Stops at like 10 pips. Yeah. So we got our 10 pips right here. You can see. Should have closed Could have secured some right there. Let the runner run, but as you can see, it probably went up there, rejected really quickly, and started retracing. So I was like, oh, it's not at 10 pips. I can't secure. I can't secure. I can't secure. Oh no, it's in my stop. It's in my stop. Boom. Then I closed. That's probably something like what happened. If I was trading this now and I saw that rejection here on the previous 30-minute candle, I would have probably started to look for some lower time frame entries, like on the 1 minute, because now I know how to use the 1 minute efficiently. Let's see. Yeah, so I entered around here. Actually, I think I have my exact entry, 136.785. Oh, wasn't that far off. Stop loss was 136.735. Damn, my stop was very tight. Oh, I must have pulled it in. I must have pulled it in tighter, because I ended up getting stopped out or closed the trade right there. That next candle, I must have pulled it in tighter when I noticed price was retracing. At least I didn't open it wider. Yeah. If I had waited for a little bit more of a pullback, or you know, this order block, just after 8, I would have gotten the trade. This, just if I look at this just as an order block forming here on the 15-minute, because I did say I was on the 15-minute chart, right? Wait for this candle to close above, then take entries, keep my stops below, like that. That's a perfect 10 pip stop. Then I could have secured some at 10 pips, let the rest run, and then we would have run all the way to like, looks like 50 pips. Not bad. And if I'd missed a chance to close here, I would have gotten the chance again to close here. So yeah, but how would I have chosen that target? Look left. Probably wouldn't have chosen that target. Oh, there. See, we have clean traffic all there. Clean traffic all there, so would have probably, or I would have probably just stayed at the charts, to be honest. Close that. Oops. Would have probably just stayed at the charts, to be honest. Nowhere to go, really. My trading time that at that time was from about 6:30 to 9:30. So here is 6:30, 9:30, 9:30, 10, around there. Yeah, probably just close out the full thing right there. If I know myself back then, 20 pips. Or just left it open and kept checking it throughout the day. But yeah, that was an order block forming. I should have waited for a bit of a pullback. So I did enter a bit too early is what happened on that trade there. I entered just a bit too early. So let's go. So let's put it right here. Early. So the entry on this was a bit too early. Let's continue going. Okay. GJ, this trade number 2. Took this trade when the 30-minute broke below the support. Took it with Raja and the boys. It went in reverse and I closed half loss. Good Monday, stuck to my plan. No revenge, no FOMO, no bad feelings. I like that. Took it with Raja and the boys. Guess I was on the stream. Damn. Took a nice little loss there. This, yeah. I just took the opposite trade of what I just took a while ago. But price is still trending up. It's an uptrend. This is a counter trend trade. So So I guess Raja and the boys took a loss that day. I'm gonna just use the text tool from now on. This is annoying to write with. X for that. Counter trend. Taking a sell. No. I don't even have to go back to the charts. We just saw that. So we just saw that. Summary. So my total net result for today was 2 losses totaling 660. This came about to 3.65%. A bigger hit than expected. I think I was going for 2%. Nowadays I just trade like 5%, 10%. I'm trading 10% now just to be a bit more aggressive until I get a little more capital. Once my account is right now below $100. So once I get to like $100, I'll do like 5%. Then once I get higher than that, I can go back to like 3 to 4%. That would be 3 to 5%. Just call it that. Bit higher than expected because I forgot to account for commissions. However, I followed my rules and only took 2 trades. And being patient. Okay, it's only Monday, so I needn't worry. Aristocrat over here. I also managed to get a voice over gig for. Oh, this was my first voice over gig, huh? $10 an hour, which will go a long way to paying my credit card, other than compounding my account. Rest of the week should be fired. Today was good. I'm excited, happy. Let's go. Optimism. That's what I like to see. Anyway, next day, GJ again. The 30-minute chart. Ooh, looks like I entered 2 positions here. Ooh, they won. I like that. October looks like I'm going for less than 10 pips here. 4. Okay. 2 different entries. Oh yeah, I could see that, but it says 2 here. Anyway, saw a nice setup for a sell, took it, and at first it was slow moving, and I saw the candle flip, so I closed 50%. But then as I held it, it went in my favor, and I added the 50% back. Oh, that's what happened. Won the trade nicely, about 10 pips. Well done. So I entered, saw it reverse, close half. It was just making a top wick, obviously. Stops above, just above, well, not even above, just at the tip, the very tippy top of these previous candles. Very tippy top. Aiming for this area down here. Yeah, this wasn't 10 pips. This wasn't 10 pips. If it was 10 pips, my profit would have been $4. This doesn't look like $4. This looks like $3 and something cents. Or actually, sorry, $2 and something cents. Like $2.60, 50 cents, 250, something like that. Let's go to the charts and see how I could have played this trade better. You can see our previous days uptrend kind of got exhausted around here. Consolidation, we just broke out and retested, so it was a good sell. It was good sells. So I could have been more confident in it. Should have been more confident in it. Where's the chart? Let's see. Is that right there? That is right there. Let me go to the 30-minute chart just to. $30-minute chart, right? Yeah, see those 2 candles there with the rejections, 2 candles there with the rejections. So I waited for it to come back up. Yeah, price did what it did, and it did it well, bruh. This was a good trade. I should have just been more confident in it. And see, price consolidated here on the 30, broke out, came back, tested. I entered right when that 15 closed, or just about right about here when that 15 closed. Had my stops. Oh, my stops were actually at like, I think I put them at 10 pips for that. They were right at the in the wicks there for that reason, because I wanted the stop to be 10 pips. I had my target right here for 17 pips. I ended up closing for 10 pips because of this candle. Really and truly, could have targeted, look left, targeted these lows. Well, targeted these at first, secured right here, then let the runners run for these lows, and that would have been a much better trade, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it have? Yes, it would. From the time we got here and secured, we could have set break even, let that trade run, secure a little more that day. You know what I'm saying? A nice 35 to possibly even 40 pips. 55 to 40 pips could have been secured that day. But I think I got a little scared and closed early, especially when, oh, I see what happened. This candle closed without a wick. So my instinct here was just to exit. I guess that makes sense because that was a rule of mine at the time that if a candle closed with no wick, you know, if you know Raja, I'm talking to myself. I don't know what I'm saying, as if this is a public video. Yeah, Naz. So you did a good thing. You came out with some profit. Well done. So trade number 2, right? Ooh, looks like one loss, one win. Don't know what that loss is about. Took 2 sells. Probably took an early entry and then it got stopped, and then the second entry went, and then I didn't let it run to its full 10 pips. So GJ 15 minute. Right now this looks like, what is this? 15 minute. So that same day, the 6th. Let me check the 15-minute chart. So you can see went up like that, and them 2 dojis here went up like that, down. These 2, oh, there we go. The 2 dojis. The dojis right there. So let's see where my trade was. Okay, so price came down from the low, came up from a high, and my trade was basically down to retest the low. My first position I entered 136, 736. Actually got a better entry that first time. 136, 736. $136, 736, and my stop loss was, I don't know, I cannot see it, but if I was going by all my previous trades, it was probably 10 pips. Probably 10 pips, something like that, right? Perhaps I took that trade a little earlier, like here or something. This candle was going down, took that trade, and then boom, it came back up to hit my stop. Wiser stop would have been above these candle highs right there, targeting these lows, but that didn't work out. That wouldn't have worked out for me either. Yeah, if I was going for 10 pips, if I was going for a 1-to-1, trying to get 16 pips, it wouldn't have worked out. So I don't know. I think I entered here at first, somewhere here, and then got stopped out, and then I gave my trade a second chance. So in this case, it would have been a scenario of, waiting for that order block to form here instead of taking it so hastily, just waiting for the order block to form a little bit, seeing where the highs and lows are. Then once we saw a little bit of that rejection to the top, scaling in on the lower time frames, looking for entries somewhere around here, anywhere within this here, and then taking it down to our 15 pips. Probably entered at the bottom here, stops above 10 pips, got now at 10 pips, and then got now. That would have been a better way to manage that trade. and I would have avoided unnecessary loss. This was a full stop loss too, so 10 pips, and then I didn't quite get that on the actual winner when I gave it a second chance. Saw a small downtrend and a pull back, pull back with those two bullish candles. Then I saw those two bullish candles. Yeah, downtrend, pull back, those two bullish candles. Then I saw a bearish candle form on 15-minute. This candle right here. Yep, just as I thought. Once we broke low, I entered. Yep, just as I thought. Candle coming down, broke the lows. Oh, broke the lows. Right here. Entered. Then we got that pullback, stopped me out. And then I entered again. Right here. Got out somewhere in this candle. Yeah, so took a good while before I got stopped out. It is what it is. I entered on the break of the low instead of the next candle close, so it was riskier. True. That's true. Maybe next time lower lot size, wait a bit and got a low lot size. Waited a bit and got a chance to give my trade a second chance, and I won the trade. Trade netted. So all in all, I lost a 146 on that trade there. So what I could have done again, like I said here, wait for the candle to close, the next candle to close for additional confirms, because this was only one confirmation. This is only one confirm right here. Wait for an additional confirm. And then I would have seen, oh, not yet. This trade came up here, failed to break these highs, saw that rejection, then look for the entries. Much better, wouldn't it? Summary. Okay, so second trading session of the week, I practiced a lot of patience. Good first trade. Second trade was a bit shaky, but all in all, even with commission, I finished today with growth of 0.13%. I mean, that's that's growth. Growth is growth. Small wins add up to big ones, so I appreciate that. True. A blue day is a blue day. One thing I did today is not take a trade that I had in mind just because Raja said he didn't like the wide stop. However, I had a different stop in mind but didn't take the trade. Then I took an impulse entry that he took and lost. So that shows me that I shouldn't make it a habit to just follow. Think independently. Don't just follow trades. Alright, next day. Wow, looks like we had some very big losers. What the hell was I doing that day? 50 pip stops? The hell is that? Was I trying to swing? I was probably trying to swing. Buys in this uptrend. This is the 4 hour. Yep, I'm on the 4 hour here trying to swing. Badly. Look at my entry. Got one entry here. I mean, this entry here wasn't as bad. This entry was kind of not great. Better entries would have been somewhere down here or after we break this high. But let's go check the charts to see. The 6th, only 4 hour. Wait, this is also the 6th. This is me just playing around after I had already traded. After I did my summary and everything. October 6th trade 3 and 4. Oh, attempted to take 2 small swing trades to the top of the channel. Not visible in pig, but after a couple hours I got stopped out by a huge 60 pip drop. Maybe some unlisted news. Let's go check out what unlisted news, or if you just took a bad entry, Sir Alexander. So a lot of these are just like waiting for order blocks to form, waiting for the right entries, being patient with my winners, having some faith in my winners. Faith in my analysis. Okay, so I'm on the 4. There we go. I see that big 60 pip drop. So it's basically bad luck, right? Not even bad luck. We were here at this previous area of interest. Um, or you could look at it like, I mean, this area here, you have, you guys basically have all these. I mean, I guess I couldn't really know that we were going to. A better buy would have been above this area. I took 2 buys here. 50 pip stops. That's way too wide of a stop. My stop should be about 20 pips or less. If I have to put my stop that wide, that means my entry probably wasn't that good. And it wasn't. Look where it was. Where are we at with that? Where are we at with that? Put these highs. There. That's where I entered. Add one position there. One position at the top of that other candle. Alright, one position here, one position at the top of that wick. Oh no, that's the wrong thing I'm looking at. Wrong thing I'm looking at. Big spike to the bottom and then boom and another big spike. Where's them 2 big spikes to the bottom? Oh, the 4-hour one, this is different. The 4-hour one, this is a bit different. But if I measure this out, it's 100 and something pips. Was that the right place? No, this is the wrong. That's the wrong date I'm looking at there. What the hell? Or was it? October, what date? October 6th. Yes, I did. Yeah, correct date. October 6th. Yeah, man. Entered. That's pretty much just a bad entry, right? 50 pip stop too. Bad entry for a swing trade. A better entry would have probably been somewhere down there if I'm trying to swing it, really. So I should have probably just stuck with scalping, waited for this to form my order block here. It's ranged for a while, but go down to the lower time frames, see what it did. Yeah, we pretty much just ranged here for a while at the top, and then we broke down. So I mean, 6, 7, 7, 7. This was my next trading. This was the 13th. From the 9th to the 13th, we ranged 6 here, 6. So I probably took that trade at some random time in the day too. Some random ass time in the day. Anyway, it's no good. It's no good. This is the 4-hour. Anyway, let's continue on. How long have we been recording? 30 minutes. Okay. Cool. Next 30-minute chart. Looks like a loss. 2 loss. Damn. Why am I stop? Why am I putting my stops so wide? This is supposed to be like $3. 10 pips. This is supposed to be also $3. I think I'm trying to swing again. What? This is the same day. Oh, this is me just over trading, going nuts. Nuts. It's for British close under 50 minutes and then took two positions after about 30 minutes. I got stopped up by another quick job. Not sure what those moves were about, but I'm done for the week now. Unfortunately, my stop loss got slipped because of the speed of the move and went a bit above. Oh, slipped. I got slipped. This is just bad trading error. Bad discipline on my first week back in the markets. Definitely. That I remember when that loss came. And big losses came. For the week of this date, growth is minus 17%. This week was a good first week so far. I will count it as a success once I refrain from trading the rest of the week as indicated in the table. I ended the week by attempting some longer term trades instead of scalps. They failed, but this is fine because I really would like to learn how to take the longer term trades. Well, at least the desire was there and I was planting the seeds for something greater, because that's exactly what I'm moving towards now. Getting a lot better at that actually. Especially with my entries. Overall, I took 10 trades this week and netted 10 trades. That's good. 10 trades for the week. That is good. I can and will do better. 30% win rate. Damn. Big losers, small winners. Not so good. Did I take more trades that week? The 6th again, bro. Took this trade based on the kind of closing bearish, but I didn't notice that everything else was bullish when I realized I closed with small losses. Still here trading, bro. Still here trading. After all those buy fails, now I'm trying to sell. 7th. So I did not stop trading that week. Did not stop trading that week at all. So I opened a 0.5 here, it looks like. 0.05. Penny. Trying to go for them TPs. Hourly chart. So we have boom, consolidation here. Breakout, drop. Have some big candle. Small support, big candle. Then we have them lazy candles, right? And I think this is Asian session, isn't it? Probably in the Asian session I am here. Once I saw that all the time frame support, I entered buys based on the fact that price formed a support on the 1 hour and arranged to move. Added to the position once I got additional confirmations. Took a while because of low volume, but it played out well enough to allow me to close early and get some profits. Yeah, a little tiny whiny ass bit of profit. A little tiny whiny ass bit of profit. Let's see if we can find this area on the chart. Hello. Looking at wrong dates again. Oh no, this is the 7th. 7th. Is this it? Look for a doji in a little bit of a downtrend here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. This doesn't show like that. But anyway, you can see, yep, that little order. Oh, there we go. Doji. So, what happened here? Price came down from the little order block, broke up, came back down, broke below, formed support at the bottom here, kind of small little support here, one little support here, and then I saw three candles. Well, this candle, I entered on that third one. If I put my stops below the doji, and was probably aiming for 10 pips or so. Could have taken this as my target up here, this previous order block. Put my stops just below the whole structure here. Would have been 17-18 pips. But this was my second confirmation here. A weaker confirmation, but still could have entered like that and taken a nice 60 pips overnight when I was sleeping. I remember this trade. Yeah, that would have been a better trade, wouldn't it have? Got me a lot more profit and then kept my wins a bit bigger. No problem. All in the lessons, but that's how I could have played that trade better. Probably entered on the lower time frames too. Summary: decent little session tonight. Yep, I was trading a Asian session for some reason. I like the idea of having a set amount of trades and distributing them as I please. It still stops me from over trading, but doesn't limit me to execute on good opportunities. I think I may end up still sticking to New York / London overlap because I have higher volume though. Yeah. So this method doesn't really work for me. Next trade day, again, I'm out here getting these big losses. Supposed to be $5. This is 23. This is supposed to be $2. It's 10. Trying to swing trades with a wide stop loss. Tried swinging very wide stop. Got taken out by a huge drop again. So I think I'm confirmed that I should just take the scalping and embrace it fully. Yeah, bro, that's confirmed that you should learn how to freaking trade. Intraday or swing. Stop taking them stupid L's and learn to take your entries properly, goddammit. Should we even open the chart? I'm right there anyway, so. Oh, damn, this wasn't my fault. Look at that. This is what I just got stopped out in. That shit. But honestly, look at that. We got two candles closing like that, but not so sure. Like if them candles closing like that and we didn't form another high yet, probably the best place to buy would have been above, right? So even me waiting, I could have waited a bit more. Here, wait for that candle to reject close. Then I could have taken a nice entry for a good swing trade. That could have been lasted me a while. Look at that. Probably would have gone for that target here. Taking a nice 80 pips out of that trade. Check it. If I was going a little more conservative, probably take it to the bottom here, taking 60 pips. And my stop would have only been below that order block area that formed here. 15 pips instead of a whole however many pips I put them that day. See, so the ideas, some of these ideas weren't bad. It's just the execution was poor. Like I could have just waited here. Waited for it to break this. Waited for it to break this high. Check it. Or form a high like it did somewhere in here. Wait to see for order block form, that type of a vibe. Because if we do it like that, we would Check it. If we do it like that, then we can see, check it, something that should be forming around there, like some little auto block, unless we just get a single bounce, then we form an auto block above here. But these were not enough confirms. I guess the big rejection could have been a bit of confirms. Maybe that's why I entered. Saw a big rejection, saw two candles closing bullish. But I didn't even wait for the second candle because I only waited for one, and plus there was no rejection on my chart here. So, oh, that's a 30-minute chart. That's a 30-minute chart. Yeah, could have waited for hourly confirmations instead. But let me hop on the 50-minute chart to see what it looks like actually. See, because I keep on fooling myself to believe that, okay, if I just put a wider stop, price is not going to reach there. But if you don't get a good entry, the wide stop's not going to matter. You check. The entry is really the one that matters. Boom. Price came down here. One candle up, one candle down. No confirmations for buys. One candle up, one candle doji, but bearish doji. No confirmation for buys. Another candle up. Only one still have this area here to maybe break and then take an entry. But didn't, it failed to close up there or close above there. So no confirmations for entries. Next candle down. Next candle up. No confirmation yet. Next candle up. Better confirmations. You check it. Better confirmations. If I was only trading on the 40-minute, I would have just entered right there. If I really wanted, put my stops right here at 20 pips, 22 pips. Much better than the stop I had anyway. Taking it for this target here. Taking it for that target here. Secured some. Next target up here. Secured some more. Next target up here. If you want to, my targets being chosen by boom, boom. So 1, 2, 3. 3 nice trades, 70 something pips. And that's how I would have played it instead. You see? But it would have been more waiting. I would have executed at 10 o'clock instead of at 7 o'clock. 3 more hours of waiting, but for way bigger reward. You get me? You get me? Alright. If we wanted to enter on the 1-minute chart, when we saw that, because what we did here was pull all the way back to bullish structure, if you notice here on this 40-minute candle. So I could have even entered earlier right here on the 1 minute. When I saw those big rejections and price going back up, entered somewhere down there, and then I could have got a better entry point. First target, 60 pips. Second target, or yeah, 60, 65 pips. Second target, 87 pips. Third target, 100 pips. Patience would have helped me a lot that day. I entered too hastily with too little confirms, and that's what it cost me. Anyway, oh, looks like I took some profit here. Still not letting my trades run how I should let them run, because this is less than 0.06. This is less than $6, and this is a 0.06. Should have at least gotten $5 from that if I close at 0.05 and let the rest run, you know. So I'll break out the previous 30-minute low, so I entered and caught a piece of the move down. I could have anticipated this move down instead of my previous buys. So it's the 7th. Okay, so I'm just now taking the opposite trade of up there, catching a little bit of that wick. I was probably super mad too when I closed it early and then saw it run all the way down there. But again, if I had drawn my trend line, which I didn't, because I entered what did I enter? 136.591. A good entry. Oh, I ended up here. My stops could have been. My stops would have to been above the previous candle. So if that's a 20 pips, then I would have to go for at least 20 pips. Take my target to down here because that's the next area there. And then, boom, when I saw price coming up, I would have probably closed half. Probably close half. Probably close half somewhere at 20 plus pips. Check it because when we got into 25 pips, we got into like almost 30 pips. 30 pips here, down here. So, see if my stop was only 20 pips, 22 pips, I'd have probably secured some at 22 pips, leave the rest break even, got stopped out on the way back up. Price would have done its thing, and I might not have traded again, or I might take later taking those buys up. Could have anticipated it how? Tried this sell, but it hit stop loss at small loss, was intending for break even though. Okay, so this is the continuation of that move down. Obviously, that's that same day, the 7th. Continuation of that move down, me trying to catch themselves. Below this area after price formed a little high, and I mean the entry could have been better up here. That would have been a better entry. What am I doing entering all the way down here at this previous support? So close to the support. Could have ended up there. Then taking it down. Lower time frames again would have shown me this properly. Sell 0.15. Now I'm just over leveraging up in my lot size. Taking some big losses. Damn, this first week was rough, huh? I think I did lose. Like I had like 100 something in the account, maybe 200. I think I lost. I ran it down to like $9. Blew the account. This was most def an attempt to recoup losses from the previous attempted swing, kind of impulsive, however, still not overcome with emotion. I believe I actually closed this manually to change my bias and take the opposite trade. How did that opposite trade do? Worse. Because it was a bigger. So you can see me get into over trading here. I'm saying I'm not emotional, but clearly these are some emotional decisions because they're not rational at all. This was the opposite trade to previous one. Classic over leveraging and compulsive trading, not to be confused with impulse. Very bad habit that I needed to do, nip in the bud. Yes. It's a nip in the bud. Let's see. Okay, looks like a little bit of a one-to-one here. What am I doing? Not sure here. So got out with about 5 pips loss on this. This was me just getting desperate to recoup more loss. Recoup some. This is the same day, the 7th. Damn. However, opening this did allow me to realize that I should use this loss size from now on. It really should be the minimum lot on my account, in my opinion. I think so too. If you have $100 account, try to keep it at 0.1. Or just try to risk the amount you're supposed to be risking. You check it. This was a win, but this was a loss. This is bad. Still bad. This trade was my overall final one for the day. Perfect trade. Perfect race. This is a trade I need to make consistently and keep my losses extremely small, even if it means wasting one of my 2 daily trades. Damn. Buying in a downtrend against the trend. Against the trend, man. This is a 30-minute chart though, so. But you can see, I guess I bought it based off of the fact that we had that large ass rejection here, a nice bullish close, and that as that candle was forming to try and break the highs and go up. This batch of 10 trades was very wild. My win rate was 30%. I over leveraged quite a lot, and then I led to over trading. I'm glad I maintained my emotional composure and didn't get that jittery emotional trading. Okay, so that's probably what I meant. Yeah, because there's that time, you're on the charts, you get fearful, you get emotional, you start actually shaking. Then you just really make really, really bad decisions. I was making very bad decisions, but at least I didn't get that. That was the start of my emotional control, I suppose. Moving forward, I'll just become consistent taking trades with a 0.1 lot size. I add money to the account until it reaches the 200 threshold. My daily goal is still $6 to $8 until I decide to increase it. This I shall abide by. 41% win rate. Damn. Lost all that of my $200 account. Big ass losses. Small ass wins. Trades from today. Now I'm not even putting I just taking a picture of MT4 and not even putting a description. So here I'm on the 30-minute chart trying to take buys. 15-minute chart trying to take buys. Looks like my stop loss is already in break even. Here my stop loss is not in break even at all. Here trying to take sells on the 30-minute chart. Here trying to take sells on the 4-hour chart. Nice little double top, but bet my entry was poor. Entry should have been up here. 4-hour close to go down. Like I was waiting for the 4-hour close. I just probably got on the chart, happened to see the 4-hour close. Took an entry, not anticipating the 4-hour to make a wick. The hell. Entered on 30-minute close, market reversed. Yeah, bruh, we trending down. GJ daily. What am I entering a trade on the daily for? In a downtrend, trying to buy. Once again, I'm making fatal errors. Good thing is I didn't blow my account completely. I did blow it, just not completely. So I can still trade patiently and compound over time. I really got to learn to take my losses small, even though they wipe out profits from a previous trade. Facts. Because of this week so far, the only reason I lost large percentages on my account because I get loser run too long. Need to keep my stops tight and just take the loss early. Facts. This is a new habit because I never used to do this before. I will cut it right here. Overnight swing. Wow. More trades. Just overtrading. Video is almost an hour. Just breaking down my week. So I'm gonna have to do this out, these weekly breakdowns, hour by hour. Thought I could have done it all in one video, but it's taking time to break down these trades. It's take time to break down these trades. I can see it's more bullshit I do in here. Trying to buy after price just broke down. This bullish structure came up, consolidating around it, probably going to drop. Funny how I can see the market structure so much more clearly now. Tried selling all the way down here, bruh. Come on, bruh. Take the sell from here, bank it here, leave runners break even, or take the sell here. Check it. Should have stayed out. Felt way better just taking 2 trades instead of going off. Yep, the trades themselves were questionable, but even with questionable trades, it's better to take 2 trades and manage loss as well. My consistency tracker is a big key for me. I'm exercised for the coming months. I'm excited. Lol. Exercised. I'm exercised. This was the 9th. Hourly, let's see how we could have played that trade on the 9th. Is this that trade? Looks like it. Yeah, that's it. Trying to take a sell in a bullish trend. Take a buy when we come down to test the bullish trend. Shit. I just be fucking up all kinds of ways. Trend within a trend. Trend within a trend. Simple to identify. We're already here, which means we already had 2 nice taps. Came back to test it. Looking for buys, bruh. Buys. You could have even bought that second candle after that big rejection there. Could still keep your stops below the previous candle at 20 pips. Because I know you say you want to go for bigger targets. That would have been 70 pips. 70 pips would have been taken for a 20 pip stop. Oops. I was using the wrong tool. clearly been buy. Shoulda clearly been buy. Shoulda. All right, so that's October 5th to 9th. Journal review. Lots of overtrading, lots of over leveraging, lots of impulsive, irrational decisions, lots of me not seeing the market structure right. Zooming in too closely, but having bigger targets. This is me using the scalper's mindset to try and swing, which you cannot.